everyone, please rise and join us in the singing.
Ambrosio's out to take the draw to start the game. One back to Nickel. He'll backhand that up to the Orillia blue line and in. Orillia cycles it up to the blue line, just gets away. Orillia brings it through neutral ice and just offside, but the ref didn't call it. Orillia deep in the Orangeville zone, up to the blue line. O'Shea, Ambrosio in the near corner. Ambrosio throws it off the boards. Up to Nickel. He'll get some room. Chips it out of the Orangeville zone. And Orillia plays that back in the neutral ice. Orillia gets a piece of it to Savory. Savory will throw that through center ice. Now to go to the length. The Orillia goalie has to play it. Nickel in on the forecheck. Comes to the blue line. Savory keeps it in. Back to the blue line. Again, Savory throws it towards the net. Picked off by Ambrosio. He'll get a piece, but not a full shot. Puck's behind the Orillia net. Felix played that just out of the reach. And Orillia comes out with it. Play almost broken up the blue line. Ambrosio with some good back check. Orillia throws it through the neutral ice. Cross ice, sorry. Picked up by Andrade. He'll clear the zone. At the Orillia blue line. And they'll get a piece of it. Send it in neutral ice. Picked up by Telford. Telford to Andrade. Andrade dumps it in and goes for the skate. Puck stops behind the Orillia net. Sent to the far boards. To the blue line. Just kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. And Orillia pick up that loose puck and break up the zone. Into the Orangeville corner. Played along the boards, picked up by Andrade. We'll throw it off the boards through neutral ice. deep in the Orillia zone, not quite enough for icing. Orillia fired that around the far boards, picked up by Telford. Telford centering pass, nobody was there. Orillia to the blue line and out. Jeffrey Stedman just dumps it back in. Orillia regrouping in their zone. Cross ice pass. Clearing attempt, picked up by Orillia. They'll bring it into the Orangeville zone. Orangeville's changing. We've got 3-on-2. Telford a little bit late in. Played behind the net. Centering attempt. Dittman steers that wide. Shot, and he saves it. Face off deep in the Orangeville zone. Darling in to take it. Orillia wins it back. Gets it to the point. Picked up by DeCamillis. He's got a step into the Orillia zone. Lets one go. Shot. Blocker save by Orillia. Guglietti picks up the loose puck in the corner. Centers it. Tries to get it to DeCamillis. He's got it. Shot. Bouncing puck. Jumps behind the Orillia net. Played off the near boards to the blue line and out. Mass. He'll get a piece of it. Sent it to the blue line. Picked up by Guglietti. Guglietti steps in. Gets bumped off the puck. Orillia changes direction. Sends it to the near boards. Go back and forth. Mass throws it towards the net. Picked off by Darling. Darling with the shot. Pad saved by Orillia. DeCamillis in the far corner. Darling chips it behind the net to Guglietti. Guglietti back in the corner. Played up. Way tries to step up. Just not quite the right time. Orillia steps into the Orangeville zone. Shot. Pad saved by Dittman. Got a piece of it. I think it might have been his toe. Way gets it to DeCamillis. DeCamillis skates through neutral ice. Gets it into the Orillia zone, but they'll bat that out. Picked up by Darling. Darling comes out to the near boards. Still has it. Lets one go. Shot just off the side of the post. Darling still behind the net with the puck. Centers it. Bounces off an Orillia player and it lands in their stick. Through neutral ice into the Orangeville zone. O'Shea bats that puck in the far near corner and battles his man. Puck comes out. Orillia gets a piece of it. To the blue line. Kept in. And Orillia will fire that into the far corner. Darling all over his man. Up to Felix, just in his skates, couldn't quite handle it. Ambrosio tries to get that back to Felix at center ice. Savory lays it off the board, hits an Orillia stick, stays in the zone. Savory, second attempt, he'll get that out. Orillia's got to clear the zone. Orangeville throws it up neutral ice, picked off by Orillia, and they'll play it to the near boards. Nickel with some good defense there. Played to the blue line. Picked up by Ambrosio. Ambrosio in over the blue line. Gets a bit of a hook. And Orillia clears that puck out. O'Shea in there. Dumps the puck back in. Orillia cross ice. To the blue line and out. In over the blue line. Lets one go. Shot. Saved by Trav Dittman. Nickel. Clears the zone. Orillia picks up the puck deep in their zone. Stretch pass. O'Shea tries to switch direction, and Orillia brings it in just offside. Telford to take the draw just outside the Orangeville blue line. Telford wins it back. Regroups. Gets up the boards to Lunny. Just out of his reach. Orillia clears the zone. Dumps it all the way down to the Orangeville over the blue line. And Orillia brings it in offside. Telford wins the draw again. Orillia missed on the first attempt. Second attempt gets it deep in the Orangeville zone. Jeffrey Stedman tries to play it off the near boards, picked up by Orillia. Good stick by Sloan. Lunny picks up that loose puck, and he'll skate it out. Down the far boards, into the Orillia zone. Lunny still has it, throws it just towards the net. Puck goes behind to Andrade. He'll play it back to the opposite side. Orillia picks it off. Played to the near boards. To the blue line, kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll dump that deep. Nope, he doesn't. Orillia gets a stick on it. Puck comes back down to the Orangeville zone. Jeffrey Stedman plays it off the boards to Andrade. He's in the Orillia zone. Steps around his man. Shot. Off the mask. And the Orillia goalie smothers it. Three minutes to go in the first period. Darling, let's take the draw. A really good player gets waved out. Scrum off the draw. Loose puck to the point. Way just missed a shot. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Way plays it off the boards, but picked up by Orillia. Darling applying pressure, gets the puck deep in the Orangeville zone. Throws it up the boards to DeCamillis. He'll bounce it off the net, or off the boards. 2-on-1. DeCamillis. Guglietti, shot, saved by Orillia. Rebound comes to Guglietti along the near boards. Guglietti walks out with it. Centering attempt into some skates. Loose puck picked up by Orillia and thrown to the blue line. Kept in by Way. He'll fire that off the far boards. Around the net to Guglietti. Brings it to the corner. Puts the brakes on. Switches direction. Shot off the post. And Luca scores. DeCamillis with the goal. That puts Orangeville up 1-0. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Ambrosio in to take the draw. Almost gets it to Felix. Orillia picks up that loose puck and dumps it in the Orangeville zone. Puck in the far corner. Way applying pressure, gets the puck to Ambrosio. Ambrosio off the boards. To the blue line and out. Felix picks up that loose puck. Brings it into the Orillia zone. Chips it forward. Just a little too far. Nickel was there first, but couldn't quite get there. And I think Orillia's getting a penalty for hooking there. Yep, 2 minutes for hooking. 1:52 to play in the first period. Ambrosio deep in there, take the draw, won by Orillia. They'll fire it around the near boards. To the blue line and out. O'Shea catches an edge. Just bumps his man. Orillia deep in the Orangeville zone, centering a pass. Savory gets a good stick on that, up to Ambrosio. To the blue line and out. Ambrosio pumps the brakes. Sends it over the blue line, just out of the reach of Felix. Nickel in there to play it to the blue line, picked up by O'Shea. Loose puck. Felix deep in the Orillia net zone. Centers it to Ambrosio, gets a shot off, blocked in front. I think that hit Nickel. Nickel picks up the loose puck. Another centering attempt. Loose puck. Shot. Saved by Orillia. 1 minute to go in the first period. Orillia dumps that down. And Orangeville's getting a penalty. 2 minutes for hooking. Mr. Felix. Clock's been running. Yeah, Felix to the box, 2 minutes for hooking. We got her set there. They don't have the score on the board, but 4-on-4. Shot from Orillia. Top corner, and they scored. ties it up with 40 seconds to go in the first period. Forty seconds to go in the period. Andrade picks up the puck, brings it into the Orillia zone. Skates around a few players. Tries to set it there for Telford, just off his stick. Puck comes out of the zone to Sloan. Andrade dumps that into the Orillia zone. Orillia regroups. Pass to the near boards through neutral ice. Jeffrey Stedman off the boards, picked up by Telford. Telford gets stick check. Puck comes to Sloan. Sloan gets the puck out of the Orangeville zone. Andrade in over the blue line. 5 seconds to go in the period. And they'll just send that a little deep. End of the first, scores 1-1. Timekeeper hasn't put Orangeville's goal up on the scoreboard. I know. Somebody messaged one of the coaches. Get them to yell at the ref. Five on four to start the second period. It's early in the season. They haven't gotten their groove. Orillia wins the draw. The neutral ice. Guglietti gets taken down in the neutral zone. Puck comes into the Orangeville zone. Wade dumps that all the way down the ice. To the near boards. Orillia picks it up. Guglietti in on the forecheck. Picked off at the blue line by Darling. Couldn't quite get it around his man. Orillia gets it to the blue line and out. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Mass. Mass on his man. Orillia player. Centering attempt. Way with the good stick. Gets it to Darling. Darling out of the blue line. Through neutral ice. Just gets the puck stripped off of him. Orillia dumps it in to the Orangeville zone. Dittman steers it to the far corner. Way rifles it around the boards. That'll get passed by everybody and down to the Orillia zone. 14 seconds to go in Orangeville's penalty. Felix is out of the box. Orangeville with possession of the puck deep in the Orillia zone. Cycling around. Orillia gets a stick on that and sends it through neutral ice. Icing's waved off. Way picks it up, brings it behind his net. It's the breaks. Orillia's man's there. Picks up the loose puck. Still in the near corner. Orillia gets it behind the net to their player who centers it. Picked off by Guglietti to the blue line. Just kept in by Orillia. Second attempt. Guglietti to DeCamillis. To Felix. Felix with the shot just wide of the net. Rebound. Comes to the half boards. Orillia gets a stick on it and gets it out of the blue line. O'Shea with some good pressure. Has the stick tied up. Puck comes back. Picked up by Felix. Felix dumps that into the Orillia zone. Icing. Waved off. Orillia picks it up. Stretch pass. Picked up by Orillia in the Orangeville zone. O'Shea. Good pressure. Bumps the stick. Pucks off the man. Orillia with the shot. Saved by Dittman. Ambrosio wins the draw. Puck comes to the Orangeville blue line, kept in by Orillia. Dumped into the near corner. Savory. Plays it up the boards. Felix to the blue line, not quite out. Kept in by Orillia. Back to Felix at the blue line. He'll get it up to Ambrosio. Ambrosio dumps it in the Orillia zone. No icing. Nickel getting hooked, and that'll draw a penalty. A really penalty, 2 minutes for hooking. 12 minutes to play in the second period. Telford in to take the draw. Wins it back just over Andretti's stick. Shot, bouncing puck, not covered, and they'll blow the whistle, blow that one down. Telford didn't take the draw again. Bouncing puck, won by Orillia. Back to the far corner, or near corner. They'll play it around the boards. Jeffrey Stedman gets a piece of it, keeps it in, and Orillia will get a piece, clear that all the way down the ice. Sloan on his man. Puck's behind the Orangeville net. Centering pass through everybody. Shot. Steered wide by Sloan. Sloan off the near boards to Lunny. Lunny tries to get a piece of that off the boards. And Sloan will dump that back up to the blue line. Lunny gets it this time. Picked up by Orillia, neutral ice. They'll get the center ice and dump it in. Stopped there by Jeffrey Stedman. Andretti over the blue line. Gets it to Lunny. Lunny with a backhand. Saved by Orillia. Second attempt by Andretti with the save. Back to the point. Jeffrey Stedman has his pocket picked. Orillia plays it off the far boards. Jeffrey Stedman's there to slow that puck down. 48 seconds to go in the Orillia penalty. Telford over the blue line. Brings it in wide. Centers, tries to get it to Lunny. Shot, Andretti. Andretti still with the puck. Just loses it. That'll do it for the Orillia penalty. Centering attempt to Lunny. Lunny gets a piece of it. Shot right at the goalie. Play to the blue line. Sloan. Good step up. Keeps the puck in the zone. Andretti. Andretti with the backhand. High above the net. Loose puck comes out. And the Orillia goalie almost has it. And second effort, they'll keep it in. Keep it out. Good pressure, Flyers. Darling out to take the draw. Orillia wins it. Plays it off behind the net. Guglietti applying pressure. Gets it to Way. Way with the centering pass. Darling. Pad save by Orillia. Second effort. Shot just wide of the net. Orillia picks up the puck. Sends it the other direction. Darling reads that play. Picks up the puck. Tries to get it to Way on the point. Way out of position. Backhands that one in. Orillia will dump that all the way down. Picked up by Mass. Mass off the boards. Center ice. Picked up by Guglietti. Let's go Guglietti. We got Darling. Shot. Wide of the net. Rebound. Comes all the way to the blue line. Picked up by Orillia. Play intercepted by Mass. DeCamellis. Just lost the puck and neutralized. Orillia will dump that in. Way plays it off the far boards. The ref's foot stops that. Mass, Darling, deep in the far corner. Darling gets it to the blue line. Just kept in. Shot blocked in front by Darling. Loose puck bouncing. Thrown towards the net. Dittman with the save. Puck comes to the near corner. Ways in the box. 2 minutes. And, oh, they're both going 4-on-4 or offsetting. No, 5-on-5. So they're offsetting penalties. On 5. Ambrosio deep in the Orangeville zone to take the draw. He wins it. Gets the puck to Nickel. Nickel to the blue line. Pokes that one forward and gives chase. Orillia on the forecheck. Picked up by Nickel. He'll keep his feet moving. Good job. Gets to the point. Savory. Savory dumps it back deep. Orillia gets a piece of it. Along the near boards. Back to Savory. Orillia steals the puck. Brings it out. Orillia in over the blue line. O'Shea with the reach. Stopped by Dittman. 8:07 to go in the period. Played up to Felix. Off the stick. He'll let that go deep. He gets a step on the Orillia player. And they'll call him for hooking. Interference. They got him for interference. Orillia power play. 7:57 to go in the second period.
Hey, we got a point.
Yeah, I saw that. Ambrosio in to take the draw. Wins it back to O'Shea. O'Shea fires it around the far boards to the blue line. Kept in by Orillia. Cross ice pass at the blue line. That stays in. Nickel almost had a piece of that puck out. Savory hits the brakes. Gets it up to Nickel. Nickel with the backhand. That'll clear the Orangeville zone. Orillia gets the high stick and a whistle. Bring a welcome face-off deep in the Orillia zone. Help kill the power play. Telford in to take the draw. One by Orillia. They'll play that behind their net to the far corner. Backhand pass, neutral ice. In over the Orangeville blue line. Sloan with a good breakup play there. Orillia just dumps the puck deep in the Orangeville zone. Dittman without a glove. No shot. They'll blow it down. Well, Orillia gets a penalty. Orillia 2 minutes for interference. That'll do it for Orillia's power play. 1:10 left in Felix's penalty. 25 seconds in Waves. Telford in, take the draw. Orillia wins it to the far corner. They'll fire that around the boards. Kept in at the point by Sloan. Sloan tries to get it to Andrade. I think that might have hit a stick in the way, but bounced over a stick. Orillia picks up the puck. Telford with a good stick. Drop pass to Andrade. Orillia off the boards to the blue line. They'll get that through neutral ice. Sloan's got to keep his feet moving. Orillia, drop pass, shot, high above the net. Sloan plays that off the near boards. To the point, shot, wide of the net. Jeffrey Stedman hits the brakes, changes the directions. Gets that to Lunny. Lunny to the blue line. He'll skate it out. He's got some room. In over the Orillia zone. Bit of a hook. Here's the centering pass to Telford. Telford with a shot off the goalie's mask. Nice save. Good play, boys. Shot just missed. Orillia all the way back in the Orangeville zone. And they'll get taken down. No call. Sloan gets it to the blue line and out. Orangeville's on the power play for 40 seconds. Picked up by Felix. Felix centering attempt. Picked off by Orillia. Darling sends that in the corner. Felix gets bumped. Puck in deep. Felix holding it there. Puck comes out. Darling gets it to O'Shea on the point. O'Shea with the shot. Blocked in front by Orillia. Loose puck. Kept in by Mass. Centering attempt. Blocked by Orillia. Puck comes to the blue line and out. And that'll do it for the Orillia penalty. 5-on-5. Orillia with the puck in their zone.
Get it out.
Backhands that to neutral ice. Mass. Pass gets tipped. Picked up by Darling. Darling in over the blue line. Comes wide. Shot. Top corner. He scores. Goal by number 39, Hudson Darling. 2-1, 4:42 to go in the second period. Darling out to take the draw after his goal. Wins it right through DeCamelis' feet. Orillia gets a piece of it, gets it to the Orangeville blue line and kept out. Second effort, gets it in. Savory gets it up to Guglietti, who's two men all over him. Orillia gets a piece of it, gets it to the neutral ice. O'Shea to Savory. Savory will just send that deep in the Orillia zone. Orillia overskates the puck. DeCamelis gets taken down. Puck in the near corner, picked up by Orillia. Darling with a good stick, bumps his man off his puck. Along the near boards. Darling, good battle. Orillia gets a piece of the puck, back to Darling. He'll backhand that one off the boards to DeCamelis. Centering attempt. Picked up by Orillia, back to Darling, who gets a cross ice to Guglietti. Guglietti steps around his man to Darling. In some skates. DeCamelis shoots, blocked by Orillia. Second effort. Bouncing puck, loose in the blue. DeCamelis all over it. Gets taken down, no call. To the blue line, hops over O'Shea's stick. He's got to get on his horse. Cleared out. Picked up by Guglietti just at the Orillia blue line. Centers it to DeCamelis. He'll leave that for Guglietti. Guglietti back behind the Orillia net. Puts the brakes on. Keeping himself between the puck and the other player. Shot. Savory just couldn't quite pull the trigger. Orillia picks it up. 3 minutes to go in the period and over the Orangeville blue line. Back to the point. Cross ice. Orillia picks it up behind the net. Backhands that to the point. Half boards. Cross ice. Shot. Blocked in front by Savory. Loose puck. Back to the blue line. Shot. Save trap. Pittman. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Nickel blocks a shot. Clears the zone. Picked up by Felix. And they'll blow it down. .2:28 to go in the second period. Nichols all right. He's up. Skated to the bench. face off just outside the Orangeville zone. Telford to take the draw. Wins it back to Lunny. Couldn't quite keep it out. Played along the far boards. Orillia keeps it in, dumps it deep in the Orangeville zone. Later on the net by Sloan to Lunny. Lunny to the blue line, just kept in. Orillia. Oh, get picked off by Sloan. Sloan's got the puck along the half boards. To the blue line and out. Lunny on his man. Orillia pass it back to their zone. Lunny and Andrade in on the forecheck. Good steal by Andrade. Into the Orillia zone. Gets a piece off. Almost got a shot off. To the blue line and out. Pass. Jeffrey Stedman. Gets in the way of his man. Gets to the puck to the near boards. Sloan. Bumps his man. Andrade. Off the near boards to Telford. Telford will bring it out into neutral ice. Brings it in wide. Almost steps around his man. Picked off by Orillia, and they'll send that out. Jeffrey Stedman puts the brakes on, gets the puck to the half boards. The blue line kept in by Orillia. 1 minute, 14 seconds. Shot. Save. First shot saved by Dittman. Second attempt goes in. 1:11 to go in the period. Darling's out to take the draw after that goal. Won by Orillia. DeCamelis gets in the way of that one. Gets to Darling. Darling backhands out over the blue line to Guglietti. Guglietti with a shot right in the paint. Second attempt by DeCamelis, and Orillia will cover it. Darling to take the draw again. Won by Orillia. Picked up by Guglietti. He'll step out. Gets it to DeCamelis. Weak shot. Guglietti gets taken down. Puck comes to the near corner. Played to the blue line and out. Way. Backhands that one into the Orillia zone. Orangeville clears. Darling in on his man. Played to the blue line. Or half boards picked up by DeCamelis. He'll skate it down deep. Backhands it to Way. Way pinches. Way in the corner. Fires it around the far boards. Mass just gets a piece of it. Good second and third effort by Mass. Puck comes out to neutral ice. DeCamelis. He'll backhand that to the blue line. Kept in by Orillia. Orillia walks around their players. Centering attempt. Good stick by Way. Puck's picked up by Darling. Darling kicks it back up, and that'll do it for the period. Here we go to start the third period. Ambrosio at center ice to take the draw. He'll win it. Savory First man of the puck. Gets it to Felix along the boards. Felix chips it forward. Felix over the blue line. Brings it wide. Gets it to Nickel through his skates. Orillia picks up that loose puck. Ambrosio with a good foot keeps the puck alive in the Orillia net. Shot wide of the net. Felix to Savory on the blue line. Savory will just dump that back in. Orillia almost has the puck. Backhand by Felix, and he'll score. Good play, boys. Good play. .23 to go in the third period. Ambrosio wins another one. Orillia grabs a piece of that and dumps it all the way into the Orangeville zone. That'll go for icing. Face off deep in the Orillia zone, taken by Telford. He'll win it, but Orillia gets the jump, brings it to the blue line and out. Dumped in. Dittman steers that to the far corner. Picked up by Lunny. Lunny gets it to Telford. Telford down the wing, in over the blue line. Puts the brakes on, couldn't quite keep the puck with him. Orillia picks it up, fires it to the boards. Kept in by Sloan. Sloan gets that to Andrade. Shot, saved by Orillia. Lunny with the rebound in the near corner. Centering attempt, picked off by Orillia, but Andrade's there. Centering pass, hit a stick, and clears out, but picked up by Orillia. Orillia down center ice, right through, tried to split the D. Jeffrey Stedman steps up, says, I don't think so. Lunny with the puck, going down the far boards. Over the blue line. Shot, wide of the net. Telford. Or Andrade, sorry, he gets there first. Tries to send it into Telford. Puck comes out. Orillia will carry that. Fire it around the boards to the far corner. Kept in by Sloan. He'll dump that deep. 13 to go in the period. Played back to the blue line. Sloan steps up. Gets a piece of it. Kept in. Telford picks up that loose puck. Walks in. Shot. Scores!
Good job, buddy.
Darling out to take the draw. Bouncing puck. Picked up by Darling. Out to the blue line, and they'll just offside. 12:46 to go in the third period. Face off, won by Orillia, into their zone. Puck comes out, Mass plays that to the blue line to Guglietti. Guglietti splits the D. Puck comes to the near boards. And Orillia brings that behind their net. Played to the half boards. DeCamillis gets bumped. Puck still along the half boards. Squeaks into the far corner. Orillia dumps that deep. Picked up by Guglietti. He'll walk out with it. Shot, second attempt, third. And Orillia goalie will cover it. Darling takes the draw. Bouncing puck. Played to Mass. Tried to get it across the blue line, but Orillia picks it up. Over the shot, high above the net. They'll get their own, almost get their own rebound. Puck, Mass gets that to center ice. Guglietti on the pressure. And Aurelia's offside. They got it clear. Way picks up the puck behind his net. Gets it to the blue line, just out. Guglietti brings it down the wing, in over the blue line. Slow plays, steps around his man. Backhand shot. Loose puck in front. Bouncing puck. DeCamelis with a shot. Darling picks up the loose puck behind the Orillia net. Spins around. Centers it. Almost picked off. Orillia. Mass. Still with the puck. Lifts it up high. And pass. Loose puck. Guglietti with the second effort. Gets to the goal.
Way to hustle, buddy.
Good job. Okay, Ambrosio takes the draw. One by Orillia. To the blue line, almost picked off by Felix. They'll regroup, bring it into the Orangeville zone. The far corner. Centering attempt. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Shot. Covered by Dittman. Nope, he doesn't get a piece. Centering attempt. Stopped by O'Shea. Nickel. Skates through his men. Over the blue line. Orillia gets a stick on it. Sends it wide. Nickel still on the puck. Behind the Orillia net. Played around the far boards. Kept in there by Savory. He pinches. Along the boards. Savory playing it off his knees. Still has it in there. Played off the glass. To the blue line. Kept in by Nickel. He'll throw that off high off the glass. Orillia dumps it back to the blue line. Kept in again by Nickel. Nickel tries to get it to Ambrosio. Ambrosio gets bumped. Stick check. Loose puck. At the blue line and finally brought out. Orillia will lift that over some sticks into the Orangeville zone. Felix all over his men. Savory deep. Ambrosio comes out with it. Gets it to the blue line. Not quite out. Clearing attempt picked up by Savory. Savory will get that to Felix. At center ice. Orillia just fires that puck deep in the Orangeville zone. O'Shea plays it off the boards. Stolen by Orillia. Centering attempt. Loose puck. That'll trickle in. .9:36 to go in the third period. Tie up their sticks in front of the net, boys. Telford out to take the draw. He'll win it. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. To Andrade. Andrade will bring that over the blue line and dump it in deep. Andrade picks up the puck. Fires it around the far boards. Kept in by Sloan. Sloan just over Lunny's stick. Picked up by Andrade. Centering attempt. Really just gets a stick on it. And they'll break out. Backhand to the Orangeville blue line. Picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play it all along the boards to Andrade. Andrade to Lunny. Lunny with the shot off the helmet. The rebound comes out behind the Orillia net. They'll fire it around the far boards and bring it out. Through neutral ice. Out the Orangeville blue line. Good stick by Telford. Dittman with the save. Rebound picked up by Lunny. He'll play it off the boards. Gets tripped, no call. Orillia with the puck deep in their zone. Plays it off the far boards. Sloan gets a piece of it, but not quite enough to keep it out of their zone. Jeffrey Stedman in the corner. Stops that centering pass by Orillia. Second effort. Bouncing puck. Travel with a pad save. Rebound comes to the far corner. Orillia will play that to the near corner. Sloan backhands that to the half boards. Guglietti with a good stick. Brings it out of the zone. The neutral ice gets stopped at the blue line. Orillia sends that back in the Orangeville zone, and Sloan will dump that out. Darling in over the blue line. He's going wide. Centering attempt to Guglietti just batted out wide of the net. Darling still with the puck. He's getting some pressure. Guglietti steps in to help him out. behind the Orillia net. Guglietti to Darling in the far corner. Darling, Guglietti. Guglietti with a shot blocked.
Stay there.
DeCamelis in the near corner. Backhands that to the far corner to Guglietti.
Stay in the front net, Huts. Go to the net.
He'll pick it up. Steps around his man. Centering attempt. Darling with the shot. Bad save by Orillia. Backhand by Darling. Off the side of the net. Orillia gets it up to the blue line. Kept in by Mass. DeCamelis with a backhand. Stopped before it hits the net. Puck to the near corner. Mass pinches in. Darling drops back to cover him.
Get on him!
Orillia fires that puck around the far boards. Kept in by Way. Way goes in for a skate. DeCamelis bats that deep in the Orillia zone. 7 minutes to go in the period. Guglietti comes up with it, and Orillia players down. We'll get a whistle.
Oh, he got slapped.
There was a player who was down.
Oh, he was down. Yeah, he was down.
I didn't see why he went down.
He went on the hands.
Usually the whistle goes when the puck's away from the play.
Usually. Or when their team has control of it. Like if we have control of it and it's their player that's down, they shouldn't blow the whistle. .6:42 to go in the third period. Orangeville's up 5-3. Face off in the Orillia zone. Ambrosio to take it. One by Orillia. They'll fire that to the blue line. Kept in. Nickel. He'll pick up the puck in the near corner. Skate it behind the Orillia net. And Orillia just steals it from him. To the blue line. Kept in by Savory. Savory off to Nickel. Nickel gets a shot off. Picked off by Orillia. Puck comes out. Cleared. Kept alive by O'Shea. He'll dump that deep. Orillia fires it to the blue line and out. Picked up by O'Shea. He'll play that off the near boards. Ambrosio, he lets it go to Nickel. Nickel over the blue line. Shot just wide of the net. Rebound comes all the way to the far blue line. Kept in by Savory. Savory to Felix. Felix steps around his man. Shot off the side of the net. Nickel there to pick up the puck in the near corner. He gets bumped. Pins him there. Ambrosio steps in to give him a hand. Orillia gets a piece of it, fires it around the far boards. Kept alive by Savory. Felix to Ambrosio, and Orillia will steal it. A break through neutral ice. Savory with a good poke check. And Orillia comes in offside. Telford just outside the Orangeville blue line takes the draw. He'll get it to Lunny. Lunny at center ice. Gets his stick poked. And Orillia comes up with the puck. In over the Orangeville blue line. Sloan bumps his man. Just enough to break it down. Dittman with the save. 5:06 to play in the third. Telford back to take the draw. He'll win it to the far corner. Lunny to the blue line. Kept in. Shot. Picked off in front. Dittman with the shot. Save. Loose puck. Jeffrey Stedman saves the day on that one. Rebound comes to the blue line. Andrade couldn't quite get a piece to get it out. Puck along the half boards. Orillia almost comes out with it. Andrade gets bumped, and that'll be a call. Orangeville puck, and that'll be it. Orillia 2 minutes for body contact. .431 to go in the third period. Orangeville power play. Darling to take the draw in the Orillia zone. He'll win it to DeCamellis. DeCamellis to Way at the point. Way steps around his man. Then gets the stick lifted. Orillia comes up with it. Way, good second effort to get it back in the Orillia zone. And that'll be a penalty. Austin to the blocks. Four minutes for knee on knee. 4:13 to go in the period. 4-on-4 for a minute and a half. Darling takes the draw deep in the Orangeville zone. Picked up by Orillia. Shot. Saved by Dittman. And he'll cover that one. That was a bouncing puck. Good save, Dittman. Reset and do that one again. Darling takes the draw. Skates it right into his man. Orillia dumps the puck deep in the Orangeville zone. Savory. Up to Darling. Darling chips it off the boards from around his man. In over the blue line. Darling to Guglietti. Guglietti with a shot wide of the net. Darling picks up the rebound in the far corner. He'll skate it around. Gets away from his man. Darling walks out to Guglietti. Guglietti with a shot. That's well saved by Orillia. Orillia picks up that rebound and brings it out through neutral ice. And over the blue line, shot wide of the net. Orillia picks up the loose puck, tries to get it centered. O'Shea with a good defensive move there, breaks up the play. And he gets tripped. That'll do it. Guglietti with the breakout. Orillia's going back to the box. Orangeville with the power play now. 4-on-3 for 57 seconds or less. DeCamellis to take the draw. He'll tie up his man. DeCamellis to Nickel. Nickel to Jeffrey Stedman at the blue line. He'll just keep that one in. Shot. Loose puck. Oh, really, you covered it. DeCamellis wins another one. Picked up by Orillia. Kicked up to the blue line. Kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll fire that one in the near corner. Picked up by Orillia. Center ice. 4-on-4. Good stick by Jeffrey Stedman. Picked up by DeCamillis. Across the blue line. Through some traffic. Loose puck. Backhand by Nickel. Blocked in front. Orillia changes directions. They'll get the blue line and dump it in. In the near corner. 4-on-4 shot. Oh no, he's tried to step around it. Loose puck. Nickel gets to the blue line and out. Center ice picked up by Orillia. They'll backhand that. Picked up by Nickel. DeCamillis off the boards. Gets the red line. Picked up by Orillia. Orangeville's changing. They've got a stretch pass. Mass all over his man. Played to the blue line. Really dumps that back in deep. Chris O'Shea in the corner. Gets it to Felix. Felix steps around his man. Bit of a hook. Not too bad. Felix. Shot. Loose puck. And blow it down. Good stop. 1:27 to go in the period. Ambrosio takes the draw. Won by Orillia to the far corner. Played around to the boards. Couldn't quite get it. Orillia breaks out with it. Skates through neutral ice. Mass gets the stick out. O'Shea fires the puck around the near boards. 5-on-3 to the blue line, kept in by Orillia. Cross ice shot. Tipped wide of the net. Mass on his man. Gets the puck to the far corner. Ambrosio to Felix. Felix brings it out over the blue line. Dumps. Doesn't quite dump it in. Felix still there with the puck. Just killing time. Felix with the puck deep in the Orillia zone. Playing it along the boards. Just trying to kill that clock off. Ambrosio steps in to help him out. Spins around again. Just playing a game of keep away. Orillia throws it off the boards. Finally gets it to the blue line. Kept in by Mass. Ambrosio back with the puck. Gets taken down. Felix with the shot. Saved by Orillia. 17 seconds to go. Puck back comes back to Ambrosio. Orillia steals it from him. Ways out of the box. Orillia over the Orangeville blue line. Mass. Good D. Gets it to the blue line. Kept in by Orillia. Shot. Blocker save by Dittman. Final score, Orangeville 5, Orillia 3.